What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Art of Trading live on YouTube, brought to you by Bybit. My name is Jordan. I've got Leonard with me here. And how you doing, Leonard?
Everybody. Doing great today. Hope everybody out in the audience is doing well. A lot happening today, man. I'm really excited.
Awesome, sounds good. So, let's see. I hope the community is in the building. Let me quickly check the YouTube live. Please let me know in the comments right now. I need Oh, there we go. We're live on YouTube. The team is hopping in. Anshul, Lexus, James, Draxus. Absolutely wonderful. So we'll give the members one more moment to hop on and welcome everybody to this stream. Absolutely lovely to have you. Let me know what you think of the music. If it's too loud, I think it adds quite a vibe. All right, so we are going to start off with some DGen mean trades. Aika in the building. I wish I could read Japanese, but not quite yet. Welcome, welcome.
One day.
So let's get into it. I think let's start off with a bang. You can see my chart, and most of you who know my analytics and my trading and have been with us in the community over the past few weeks know very well this channel that we have been tracking on the weekly. And yes, for those of you who don't, we can quickly hop back and see how nice and big it is. And what's so nice to see is that it is playing out to the dollar, and look how large the structure is. When you can find structures that are this large, that go this many years back in time, which end up playing out to the dollar, you realize that you've got something going that is correct, and you realize that you can start to make some pretty decent position trades. Position trades are trades which you hold for weeks or even months. All right, so I see we've got James in the building, XX. Welcome, welcome. Taliesin. Can you do TIA on BitDAO? Awesome. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, including BitDAO. Let's actually start off the stream with some DGen trades. So let me know right now in the chat, what are we trading on the 15-minute time frame? High leverage. I want the coin and I want long or short 15-minute. I know we've got some gurus here. And yes, it's the beginning of the stream. So invite your friends, please. Let's get a group to going.
Yes,
A group
please.
together. All right, so you can see here my current Bitcoin trade. I have milked most of the profit out of the trade. I only have $2 left, which is on a $9 profit, and I have realized $142. What we can even do here, I left a small percentage, about 5% in the trade, to ride it in case we go lower. And you know what? It's nice to have this on our little P&L share, just so we know what's happening with Bitcoin in our P&L. But it is pretty much a done deal. So let's not focus on the past. Let's look into the future, and let's go straight into looking into opening 2 or 3 DGen trades. So as most of you know, I'll head straight to all of the USDT perpetuals. I'll then head to the 24-hour percentage. And of course, good to keep in mind, Bitcoin just reached major resistance and is showing a swing failure pattern. You can see how I love these double candle bodies. And what we just got, yes, maybe the weekly candle may change, but we just got a double candle body on the weekly right at that weekly channel resistance. So maybe time for a little bit of a retracement down to the medium before more pumps. Or maybe we break out right now. I know everybody is thinking different things, and you know what? Opinions are flying all over the place. Maybe there's going to be a 32K wick, Mit was saying. So I know the gurus are in the building. And let's go. Let's open longs. Let's open shorts. Let's see what's overbought. Let's see what's oversold. On the 24 hours, we have AGLD up 11%. So this is begging for a short on the 4 hour. 15 minutes, maybe not so much. I was checking just now. Stochastic is right at the bottom, and regular is a little bit confused. So maybe not as degen, but you know what? Let's do it on this 4 hour time frame, because we are getting a kind of triple top, and we are in a relatively powerful position. We can quickly bring out our EMAs, and yep, we're a little bit extended there. So let's do it, because that's what we're here to do. Even though it's on the 4 hours, let's smash a little bit of a leverage here. We'll go to the lucky number 13, or unlucky. All right, cross leverage 13. Let's go for a market entry of $100. and we would like to enter the short with a take profit of 90% and a stop loss of 30%. There we go. Always evolving, always evolving. Okay, there we can see we are risking $30 for a profit of $90, 1 to 3 risk to reward. We're pretty comfortable with that at the moment. Let's go, let's open the short. And there we have it. What we can do is we can bring our stop just above the previous swing high. Come to see what we are now risking. Since we moved our stop, we've now decided to risk $46. So we'll see how we feel about that. What we could do is we could bring our take profit somewhere to give us a little bit more, technically just below this swing. And that would be a little bit more risky, but at least not so much of a chance of getting stopped out there. So let's let that roll for now. Let's actually open another one. We're doing relatively good for time. So in the chat, who's here and what trades are we opening? Let me see if I can get us a better view here for the comments. There we go. Absolutely lovely to have you all here. Let me know what you think of this trade. Oh, I see Pepe, what's happening? So let me know the direction also. So let's go FTM. This is what I like to do. I like to trade with the community because I know it's not just me out here glued to the charts. There we go. FTM is looking for the long on the 4-hour. Beautiful. Let's see the 15. A little bit overextended on the 15. So maybe not there, but 4-hour looking good. So be patient on this one. Wait for the 4-hour to actually come down into regular. AVAX short. Let's have a look at it quickly. It's looking more like long on the 4-hour. Let's see this 15 minutes. You want a short AVAX while it's dumping. Interesting. Looking to me like maybe be patient there for the long. Let's see here. Dusk long from Yogi. Keep them coming. Let's find some trades to enter here. 15-minute looking like a short on the stochastic. You know what? When we've got a nice strategy, let's stick to it. So 4-hour looking like a long on the stochastic. Dusk long. Daily stochastic definitely wanting to come down. So this coin very confused. I would step back there, sit on my fingers. All right, so BTC, FTM, BTC. All right, so let's see XLM short. I love how the community is getting into this. This is what live trading is all about. All right, so there we go. Beautiful one day XLM looking like it wants to dump. For 15-minute stochastic, regular's not up there, but stochastic's giving us the entry. So we'll play it as it comes. There is space for regular to still go up, but thank you so much and beautiful hard day. Look at this 4-hour. Look at that. It's starting to dump down on the stochastic. Beautiful exhaustion pattern here. And of course, if we want to see when this trade really goes for it, is of course a break of this support, which is the major support that was broken. Resistance broken, turning now into support. You would wait for that break, but you know what? We're here to have fun. So let's do it. We are going to enter on a cross. We'd like to see some movement and some P&L. So Harde, we're holding you to your XLM short here. I did say 15 minutes, so let's see what you got. $90, 90% take profit, 30 minus 30% stop on the short. Still getting used to the new one. Okay, confirm. Then we should be able to enter this short. Let's go back to the 15 minutes. And there it is. If we wanted to really limit our risk here, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good there with our take profit and our stop loss. Let's see. Doesn't seem like P&L is updating. Let's have a look here. There we go. All right, so we've managed to enter two. Keep them coming. Let's see. Valentine says ADA long. ADA has been down, and I've been buying, been setting limit orders, and I've been buying DCA. Look at that, 27, 0.2728. All right, so Valentine is saying hit the long. Is this on a 15-minute? 4 hour is looking long. So what we can do is we can just do a 10x here. Let's do a 10x long. Boom, Valentine. There we go. Thank you for that. Sell everything. So lovely to have a bear in the building. I mean, BTC is at that resistance, so that could be a play. All right, updates about Lena. Still, my point is coming back. 35k. GPT short. So GPT actually starting to show some movement after its long sleep. We can see it's 6% up. Look at this kind of round bottom shape here. And yeah, we're kicking ourselves because we were watching the giant, we were watching it sleeping, and then it woke up and we almost didn't even notice. Missed this trade. I know a lot of us missed this trade, and it happens. That's okay. Maybe it's time to already short it. It looks like on the 4 hour, it already wants to pull back for the short, but it has been pumping. So it's a little bit dangerous to get into GPT short. Let's see the 15-minute. Yeah, a little bit dangerous. So let's see here. Kilo in the building. James, ARB long. $15-minute, a little bit confused. 1 hour looking like it's starting to look like a long. So you might have it there on the 1 hour. All right, so let's have those trades. What's up, Mr. Bitman in the building? Lovely to have you. Long all else. So there we have a different story. What's up? All right, so let us know, Bitman, if there are any else you want to enter into. Let's have some live P&L running. For now, I think let me quickly drop the Kahoot and the raffle link, and then Leonard's going to give us the news.
Nope, that's important. That's
Oh,
important.
look at that. So, yeah, let me quickly drop the links. 1 second. Actually, you can go ahead while I'm dropping these links, Leonard. You can start off the news for us.
All right, guys. A lot going on today. And before we move forward, am I coming in clear?
It seems all right. Keep going. We'll see how it goes.
All right, perfect. All right, we got a lot going on today, guys. As you've seen, there's been a lot of price action. We've had a huge upward spike since a little bit of the last week. So, what's behind that? We got three topics as always to cover. The first that we're going to dial into is 3AC. I don't know if you guys are in a crypto Twitter. Pretty sure you are, but the big talk of the town right now is 3AC Ventures. Yeah, and that's almost a bad word because we all know how the 3AC, Three Arrows Capital thing went down the first time. So we're going to dial into, what's going on with this reboot and give a little history about 3AC first. And then we'll move on to our topics. But all right, so I'm pretty sure all of us are on a first name basis with 3 Arrow Capital, but you might not know, exactly what the history of that particular company was. All right, especially when Luna and UST collapsed, they were the talk of the town. Only thing you heard on Cointelegraph and CoinDesk were contagion. So, what was really going on there? To give you a little insight into their new venture, Three Arrows, 3AC Ventures, VC, and what's going on with that. All right, so brief history lesson. Three Arrows Capital was founded in 2012 with only $1.2 million worth of capital. Two college buddies were the original founders of Suzu and Kyle Davies. So these guys went to academy together, went to college together, and this was their brainchild, and they founded Three Arrows Capital. All right, this is really, really early in the scene. So they put a lot of money into Ethereum and Avalanche, when they were emergent technologies, bleeding edge venture capital. They saw extremely low prices. I actually remember being on the forums when Ethereum was a new thing. We take a lot of these things for granted, but remember, we've came a really long way in a really short amount of time in this space. All right, a lot of other things that are kind of like household names at this point, like Aave, Solana, Polkadot, and the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which was kind of like a untried and untested thing at this point. It's been running a discount in a straight line pretty much since its inception because we're waiting to see some clarity from the SEC, but it's a fixture. Ask Kathy Wood. So anyway, they use that success to leverage a lot of uncollateralized loans from other major players in the ecosystem, and this is what a lot of collateralized loans through like popular protocols like Aave and things. But at their peak, they're worth like $18 billion AUM, assets under management. So like everybody thought like this is crypto's too big to fail moment. These guys, they aren't going anywhere. They're like a definite fixture. All right. So the problem with their strategy was essentially greed. These guys were going into extremely highly leveraged bets with capital that really wasn't theirs, and then they weren't really diversifying. So when the Terra ecosystem like completely imploded, these guys were just completely caught out, like $500 million in assets. They were heavily invested in Anchor Protocol, which if you ever heard me talk about before, seemed unsustainable, 20% on a stable coin. But eventually, like the house of cards comes falling down. And it is not so much that this one company is subject to like such a bad time. It is the fact that so many people have lended them money and now have no recourse to get their money back. All right. So as the value across the board, it brings down 3AC's total value. That's a given. But everybody that loaned them money, basically, it was just gone all of a sudden, or it wasn't recoverable because when a corporation owes you money, it's not just as straightforward as taking them to court. Restructuring has to happen. It's a whole process. So like the whole litany of household names of crypto were basically involved in lending these guys money or some kind of way had a direct connection to them. We're talking about BitMEX. We're talking about BlockFi, FTX, blockchain.com. For people that weren't directly impacted, weren't in a straight line, these guys were like, maybe it's not a good time to be in a liquidity pool with some of these assets because, like a major devaluation could see impermanent loss. I'm not really going to deal with that. So, like, guys just basically kind of quit. We saw huge outflows or like huge inflows to Tether as far as just like outflows completely from the crypto ecosystem. And besides losing market cap, we just lost general investment, especially from institutionals, not even talking about how like the average retail investor overreacted. So the lessons we took for that, which I mentioned before, were leverage always carefully. If you've been listening to Jordan for any of my time, you got to manage that risk. And that even goes for the big guys too. In fact, when the big guys don't manage their risk, everybody suffers. And then I guess the second lesson was diversify, diversify, diversify. These guys had a lot of like the fintech of DeFi type plays going on, layer ones. And they didn't really make, when you're diversifying, you're like purposely picking an asset that's like counterintuitive. Like you're picking something that if this gains, that possibly one of my main assets will devalue, but the value is going to be captured between these two assets because they almost serve inverse purposes, or at least a complementary purpose. So we learned that terrible lesson. I hope you guys remember when the sky fell. It was sad. Everybody was sad in the chats. It was terrible to see you guys moping around, but we moved on. And we didn't really hear about Three Arrows Capital for a while. We know every once in a while we'd hear a little bit more about the bankruptcy proceedings, like they liquidated a lot of NFTs. Arthur Hayes has been like pretty vocal about them to the point that Suzu basically got like a restraining order from him. But they kind of fell out of the discourse. We had bigger fish to fry, like FTX and like all the other wonderful things that were going to crypto that we weren't quite up yet. So, why are we talking about Three Arrows Capital now? All right. In the wake of all their contagion, pretty recently we had an exchange open up called OPNX. And what OPNX is, it's like an institutional exchange that allows people to trade on the debts of these bankrupted companies. Like, so if you're holding, say, FTX, and FTX owes you money in the class action lawsuit, you could speculate that like basically a debt market, and like people were able to trade. Didn't really have a lot of early traction, but like as more people found out what it was, and it was like clearly stated that the Three Arrows Capital founders were associated with this, which was kind of a turnoff for some people. More and more people started to pour in, and their volume actually got, pretty gangster after a while. So we are like dealing with this, and then all of a sudden a tweet comes from nowhere, and like essentially OPNX is like, we are in collaboration with Three Arrows Capital Ventures, going to like move forward with a lot of plans. And everybody was like, what the hell is Three Arrows Capital Ventures? So like these guys, these original two founders, which kind of are existing in a gray area. These guys have just been kind of living extra legally. Like they're not technically have been charged, so to speak. Their company is being restructured, but a lot of people have a lot of questions for these guys, and they've kind of gone dark. You haven't really heard anything about them. And this is a lot of money. This is like one of the largest asset managers in the space before everything happened. But they have rebranded themselves with the same logos, same intellectual properties as Three Arrows Capital Ventures. And now they are a VC arm of well, not the existing company because that's defunct, but they are now like, I guess, trying their hand at venture capital, which is kind of where they were coming from originally. But they don't quite have the chops anymore. When you lose that much money, not as many people are going to want to play nice with your product. And like crypto is just not having it right now. Like crypto Twitter is like, why are we going to trust you guys with our money when you guys single-handedly stop the bull run, when you guys like tore everything down? A lot of like current market conditions are attributable to your guys like poor management of funds. And I agree and I disagree. Like I do think that they certainly could have been a lot more careful with leverage. Never go full dirt with leverage. Always use leverage responsibly. But always diversify as well. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak, because if you drop it, you got a lot of scrambled eggs. But
Yeah.
prior to them messing up, they actually were pretty good at what they did. So let us know in the comments if you think these guys deserve a second chance. A lot of money lost, but like obviously a lot of expertise in that particular firm. Would you trust a recommendation from 3AC Venture Capital, or is it something that you would like completely steer clear of? Got to ask you, Jordan, how do you feel about this rebrand? I don't know about Crypto Phoenixes. Do you think this is something that you trust, or is this not the smell test for you?
Sure. I mean, it's not really something that I think is in my kind of a ballpark, really. It's a little bit outside. I can't really wrap my head around it, to be honest. And when that happens, it's like, yeah, as the news goes, I'm going to play it. I'm a trader, and we know that this market runs on fundamental analysis, fundamental news. So when I hear this stuff happening, I get excited, of course, because we need venture capital and we need venture capital in the space. And of course, I'm about adoption. I'm DCAing into these assets, which are highly volatile, a lot of room to the downside. So any bullish news I can hear for basic adoption, basic capital coming in, yeah, it makes me bullish in the long run. And as most of you know, I am already bullish in the long run towards, the next halving onwards.
All right. We'll see, guy. I'm in the same boat as you. It's good, for the general sphere. But when you get ill will like that, when you mismanage that many people's assets, and we're not talking about like, there are a lot of these institutional players that will totally bounce back from this. It's not their money. But, this is a lot of retail guys that are like completely wrecked and like never saw recourse. So they deserve a second chance, but I think we should proceed slowly. Let's
Yeah, also
give
just
them
be aware,
everybody a second chance.
aware of what you invest in. Venture capital is for those people who have millions to lose. That's what it is. They're
Exactly.
venturing out into new territories with their capitals. So have that part of your portfolio. Like Paul Tudor Jones said, like he's not going to go all in on Bitcoin, but he's never going to sell it. He's always going to keep it as a small section of his portfolio. And I mean, he's someone who, yeah, you can, he's an OG. And just like you said, it's diversification. And if you can be what they call an angel investor, then do it. But yeah, limited
Oh, yeah.
funds, just be very, very careful.
Always manage your risk, guys. All right, moving on to our second news topic of the day. The SEC has approved the first leveraged Bitcoin EFT. All right, so you may have been hearing a lot about SEC and Bitcoin EFTs. Obviously, there's been like a whole list of these things that have rolled out since BlackRock. Like BlackRock broke the dam. This isn't the first time we've seen like a gold rush on this particular asset class, but it's just not successful up to this point. But in its infinite unknowable wisdom, because the SEC is like an enigma, it's a Russian nesting doll. Um, they have allowed the what's the name of that damn thing? Derp, I forget. They have apparently allowed a leveraged EFT to proliferate. They just approved it last Friday when it started trading on Tuesday. They usually give a couple days for it to clear and everything. Um, there are a number of like futures-based EFT products that are already on the market, and pretty much anything that you've already seen that's a Bitcoin ETF is essentially a futures product. But what we haven't seen so far is a spot product, which is what BlackRock and iShares is trying to accomplish. And this leverage play, which is like brand new, Gary Gensler has not allowed this to happen so far. All right, we're talking about leverage at an institutional level. We're not talking about a lot of leverage. This thing is 2x, but that's enough. It's enough to be like a force multiplier on your money. And that's all that, people have really been looking for. And I imagine you will see a little bit more leverage, but nothing like the risk that like institutional players typically take on. There's a reason for that when you're playing with other people's money, even though you can, do it a little bit looser and faster simply because it's not your assets. There's still like a fiduciary responsibility to the client whose funds that you're managing to, do it smoothly or to do it with like a risk management schema in mind. So, um, part of this market reaction that you're seeing right now is on that approval because, as you know, the SEC has not really been kind to crypto as a general whole ever since the FTX debacle. They kind of had some egg on their face, and they have done a lot to show that they're on it, they're on top of it. So it's refreshing and kind of makes you wonder, like, how liberal are they getting with this? Are they actually is the BlackRock, iShares a possibility, or is this just like a one-off thing? But with all the, market enthusiasm, with the huge spike in price of past 30 that we've seen because of BlackRock, a sister product, so to speak, being approved is like great for our collective psyche. All right, they're actually letting these things through. I have a chance, like BlackRock might actually be a thing. So like this is extremely bullish. So time will tell, if the holy grail of this whole thing, BlackRock, actually slides through. But this is like a huge good omen in that particular direction. So we'll wait and see. Let me know in the comments if you think this is bullish or bearish, and if you think that this increases or like what this does for the state of the BlackRock ETF, which I think the majority of us are looking forward to, unless you're not already holding Bitcoin. Always hold Bitcoin. All right. And moving into our final and very general news topic. Oops, wrong way. Bitcoin above 30K. Will it hold 30K, or are we looking at more of a 12 to 25K range as more imminent? All right. A lot of news that had us propelled from a macroeconomic standpoint. As I just mentioned, BlackRock is killing it. Everybody is like extremely bullish on the possibility that we will have like an institutional on ramp for funds. Super bullish. I see in the comments. Yes, yes, yes. Um, we are seeing like pretty good news out of the United States. Inflation seemingly being tamped down. It's still going to be a long term fight, but we're making progress. Job news has always been pretty good for the last couple of years. Like generally positive developments as far as like normal tradfi economies. Um, I don't want to get too political, but I think we've all pretty much seen the weird little thing that happened with Russia and the Wagner Group and all of that. Not going to dial down into that, but the possibility of the conflict ending, even if because of like an odd technicality or a kerfuffle, is definitely bullish for all markets. And we've seen oil uptrend. on the news because strife usually drives like energy and particular things like that. We've seen like grain markets, just to get a little more esoteric outside of crypto, and like food. A lot of that's what's driving inflation. Like it's a direct effect of the war and kind of some of the post-COVID effects that are still lurking on. But as far as it's been going, like the normal economy is not so bad. Slight uptick in the traditional indices in the United States, Dow, Nasdaq. So it's not bad news. And an absence of bad news in crypto is a reason to celebrate because damn it, there is always bad news. So um, I'm thinking we are going to hold. We seem to be arranging, and I'm always, as you know, kind of bearish. I do think that until we fully reckon with inflation, that there is like the specter of like a global recession slash depression and hyperinflation in certain areas that might lead us into like kind of dark times for an extended period of time. If you're around through in 2008, what like too much debt can do, especially United States debt, can do to the entire economy. But as far as Bitcoin, there's a lot to be excited about. And I think the price is like really reflecting that right now. So, per the title card, do you think we are going moon? Do you think we're going to start seeing, above 30, possibly 35, possibly 40 on like the heels of an approval? Or do you think we're going to give back some of this ground and we're going to go back to 25 land or possibly even lower? And, as our resident master trader, I got to hear your opinion on this, man. Just, no, not holding you to it. What do you think? Are we up from here? Are we down from here? Like, how's it feel to you?
How's it feel? Sure, it feels honestly like anybody's guess. To be like right now, all of the technical signs are saying that we should retrace, we should take a break, we should go down. And sometimes, yeah, the whales decide to just do the opposite thing. Because looking at the chart now, it's like, why shouldn't we retrace? Everything's there, daily RSI, stochastic and regular turning around. And at the end of the day, that also just tells us that it's all in the hands of the whales. At the end of the day, they run the game, and we need to understand that. So let me just pull up this Bitcoin chart quickly. Basically, I'm not going to say, yes, it's going to go up or yes, it's going to go down because right now we just don't know. Because look at this. This is the weekly RSI. Yes, we have a bearish bias because we're in the top half even of the top momentum zone, which means technically after visiting here, we have a slightly higher bias to be bearish down to the bottom of the momentum zone, which would be the long area. So technically right now we are in a general area of short, but we wait, we sit on our toes and our fingers, and we wait for a break of the slow moving average on the RSI, or we wait for it to peak at a nice entry position. But basically, if we enter in these positions, we find nice spots, and we can see here that weekly RSI, it's finding resistance, but it's not at the top. We could see further pump here, and if we see further pump here, we could establish some support, and if we find some support here, we're gonna blow, we're gonna go, because this is what we're trying to get through. So I'm gonna just play it as it comes. Of course, you can see there are some shorts, and I will entertain some more shorts if we confirm movements further down towards this zone. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a break above or a push down with proper volume. And we can see on my trading chart where my juiciest short level is. If we do pump up to 32, I will entertain shorts from there all the way through these take profit targets. And right now, I am actually just waiting to see if we come down below this weekly and daily resistance, because this is now possibly going to give us some support, and this could be bullish. This could just be a straight up bull flag up to the next range. And you know what, let's not fight the pump. We never want to fight the pump. The trend is your friend till the end. Just like surfing, you have to first figure out which way the waves are going, which way the current's going, all of that. So we can see here reasons to have a stop loss. We managed to get stopped out there on our XLM trade. And that's just a lesson that we have to learn. If you put a stop loss in there, be prepared to take it. And luckily it was there, because we would be in a bigger loss. So we see our ADA trade is actually moving, even though it's only on a low leverage of 10x, but we see that it is actually moving into profit nicely. And here we can see our AGLD trade a little bit underwater, and we'll just leave them to see what happens. Let me know if anybody is struggling with the Kahoot. And let's see, are we done with our news, or was there another headline?
That is all the news, my guy. Feel free to move forward.
I think it's time for you to give us some hype tokens. That would be awesome.
All right. Well, let me share. All right, as always, three hype tokens, and ironically, it kind of ties into what we're talking about today. All right, first one on our list, FTT. If you recall, FTT is the exchange token of FTX. FTX, I don't have to explain that, but this is moving on news, basically legal news, that a judge has denied a dismissal. Apparently, those really expensive lawyers that SBF had attempted to get the charges dismissed on a technicality. It's a little bit more complicated to that, but basically, a judge said no. Obviously, this thing is going to go through its whole motions. So, understanding that, I guess a lot of people saw that as a bullish development. So, we'll see if that sustains. But as we've seen with a lot of these tokens that were, involved in like any major crash or devaluation, be careful. These things are really volatile. They're usually like pretty dormant and they range until there's like a speck of news and they move like a lot on the news. So, manage your risk accordingly if you're going to move into an asset in that particular class. All right. And that is a 18% change. And that's actually, kind of people bobbling. It was a little bit higher earlier. All right. Moving on. Let me share this tab. We're looking at Vela. Vela has moved, Jesus Christ, 85%. Woo! uh, in recent memory, if you're not familiar with Vela, it is essentially an exchange. I'm not going to dial down into the individual of it. A lot of over movement, guys. Yeah, I think it might be worth, taking a short view of this, but you never know. It could pop back up and continue to rip. But yeah, it's something to think about. Jesus Christ. All right. And moving on to our final moving on to our final coin. Wow. Medieval empires are me. If you've been around for any time, you remember this launchpad people. They are just moving on general sentiment. No new developments or anything that I saw. But if you're fortunate enough to still be holding this gem, a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, I'll back out to a wider view on this particular coin. Bear with me. And as you can see, we have taken a, and it's finally time, I guess, to see some uptrend. We'll see how long this sustains, but any positive news is at least like a sliver of good news. So, um, as all these are like things that have just undergone a lot of momentum. So manage your risk accordingly. Trade carefully if you're going to enter any of these assets, but definitely some room for some power plays in here if you know what you are doing. And that is it with our three his hype coins for the day. Back to you, my man.
Awesome. So I'm just dropping the raffle link and the code once again. Please confirm for me. So what do we get back into XLM? Usually my trading psychology tells me, and this is after much experience, much getting wrecked, that when you get stopped out on a coin, maybe you're not too sure what's going on, and maybe it's time to just take a little break. We don't revenge trade. Yes, I am looking at the chart to see how to get back in and get those profits back, but just be very wary. You see, check Earther. Nice. All right, so we are running through our time right now in the Discord. Please let me know what we are looking at in terms of trades. What I'm going to do is we're going to quickly look at the market charts. So let's go to our trading view. Oof, look at that candle. If we break through here, it's going to be so nice and bullish. This is a double top zone. If it creates a double weekly candle body here, we could see this kind of exact same movement play out. And let's just trace that out. So, I mean, we could entertain a slightly lower, less degen trade short on BTC, literally from right here. And remember, if the breakout happens, we'd wait for the break. We need decent volume. Then we need a retest. We only enter on the retest of support, not on this breakout. Or it's rather better to enter, of course, if it's a short wick, you want to enter on the short. Okay, so let's quickly see because there's so much interesting stuff going down. What's happening to the US dollar? Let's go to the daily time frame. And we can see that our analysis has been absolutely awesome. We've been tracking this downward sloping daily channel and exhaustion pattern here. We came right down to the median line, which coincided with a horizontal resistance turned into now support. These charts really do behave. A really nice way to practice your charting is to chart these market charts, which are not crypto. This is the US dollar against sure, a whole basket of other currencies, including the pound and the yen. And we can see that right now the US dollar is actually making a pump for it. We had what could have been a dead cat bounce here very easily, but it just wasn't. It faked out, came back to retest the resistance as support, and now it is pumping and making a push back up to this resistance. So there we can pretty much see how nicely these curves happen. And we might even see something like this. So this is a very nice chart to keep your eye on. Is the daily Dixie. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. These are the tech stocks. We had one line, and it hit our line. Absolutely, yeah, to the level. So right now we're just seeing a little bit of a retracement here. RSI is at the top on the daily, so it looks like we'll just make another test of the top here. And of course, a breakout here will be bullish for us on our tech stocks, but just watch out for a double top at the same area, and then watch out for a break back into this channel. Okay, so yes, market charts are a little bit confusing right now. Let's have a look at USDT dominance. Sure, you can see it failed a little bit, but is now finding some support and maybe looking for a pump. USDT dominance is really nice to use to basically see what people are flowing into. Are they flowing into? Oof, and look at these. I mean, these beautiful breakdowns. They really just behave. Okay, so what I really want to look at now is the total market cap. And we can see that the total crypto market cap is just really going for it to eat into this liquidity, which is our huge resistance above us, all the way up to almost 1.4 trillion. And if we go back on the weekly, we can see why that is. The level that I've chosen for the newbies who don't know my analysis, there it is. That's the top of our liquidity. And if we can make it above there as a joint crypto industry, it's going to be fun times. And we can sort of see how this also does follow the general market charts. So sure, we do really need to break up into the second half of this liquidity again. And if we look at the total three, so this is excluding BTC and ETH. So this is a lot more volatile, and this is just the altcoins. Oof, and they're getting rejected at the middle of this massive weekly channel. So hopefully, of course, going to find support on top of this kind of descending wedge. But just watch out. There is room to the downside for alt. So just position yourself accordingly. Let's have a look. See ETH against BTC. ETH absolutely struggling. So one thing that this can tell us is that there might actually be room for alt to pump. ETH is down against BTC. What this means is a lot of altcoins will follow ETH and basically also be struggling right now. And as soon as ETH does turn around, which is kind of inevitable because it is the second largest crypto, let me just quickly clear this up. But this is a nice chart to just keep in mind because we can see ETH against BTC, we're actually coming to a bit of support here. And if we can find support there and take a bounce up to our resistance, alts will follow and there could be a little bit of a pump. All right, so let's have a look at ADA. We are now positioned long from about 27 cents. Could still be some downside here, but it just looks like a basic range here that we're in on the weekly. So let me quickly go into the Discord because that's where it's at right now. So any setups that I can actually entertain, please do let me know in the Discord. Oh, I see my camera is off. Thank you so much for that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Okay, awesome. So let me quickly bring up the Discord if there's no setups there. Okay, so I see Soul. Let's have a look. Sol is hot. Sol's been moving, as most of us know who got into those DCA bots. So let's see. Wow, look at that. Oof. Okay, this is on the daily. Let's go back out to the weekly. And we can see my major zones. Oof, we're now below this parallel channel. So what is that? Airplanes, is that a Sol short or a Sol long that you're looking for? Oof, weekly RSI, very confused. Daily RSI, not surprising, also very confused. So what we can do here, also, of course, I've got my favorites. You know what? Let's have a little vote because there are some interesting setups. So let's see. Oh, up on Sol. Okay, we can entertain a little up on Sol. Let's see, 15 minutes. Oof, a little bit scary. So I think I'll be patient for that one. But let's see right now in the Bybit comments. These are some coins that I have my eye on because they're hot. So let's see what the votes are. Near, INJ, Ape, Core, GPT, ADA we've got, ONT, Blur, Sol we've got, Sui, MTL, and XRP. Our ADA trade, very nice. $10 in profits. Thank you very much to who I've forgotten who suggested that. Very nice. ADA, good coin.
Yes.
INJ, GPT. All right, so let me know, what is the play? What is the play on INJ? Let's check it out. Oh, so INJ looks like it's actually crazy. Breaking out to the upside. Very, very cool. It seems like a strong project. This could be possibly a fake out. So just be careful, but we have closed a daily candle and we are pumping through resistance. Just be careful. RSI, not really where you want to be to entertain longs. So let me know, what is the play on INJ? What is the time frame? Because this one looks like I might wait for a short. And of course, we would be looking for a retest of this line for a nice long. Let's quickly check GPT. Yep, and this is one where, sure, slowly starting to turn around. So let's actually clean it up. This is the sleeping giant that everyone forgot about right here, and it has been making a little bit of a comeback. Daily RSI coming up, not quite there yet for the short. 4 hours looking like already GPT wants to be shorted. This looks like a classic, nice exponential turnaround. But let's do this. Let's enter relatively low risk GPT short, and then let's track it. Or let me know, am I doing the wrong thing? Should we be? Oh, Valentine, lovely. You deserve a bonus for that one. All right, Near is also very hot. Near is really doing some awesome things for the Web3 community in Asia. So we can look at Near. We are running through our time. It's almost time for our Kahoot. But let's entertain a little short here. We can see 4-hour RSI is giving us an entry. We're going to enter with $100. We're going to enter short with a take profit of 90% and a stop loss of minus 30%. All right, so there is our setup. We can see our stop very well might get hit because we do have 4-hour candle wicks there. But you know what? We're not going to risk too much here. Our risk to reward ratio is looking good. So I think it's time for Kahoot. What do you say? ARB already pumping. Nice. So we should have longed that one. All right. You know what? Let's have a quick look at Near. because it is in the media. Things are happening. It's a coin that is on my radar. Look at that. So this is movement. This is Volans. Be very careful. When money starts flowing into the industry, it can be scary. All right, so 30 minutes coming to support, looking like a long. 1 hour looking like a long. 30 minutes, slightly missed it. Oh, we might have missed the boat there. That's all good. All right, so let me know who's in the Kahoot. I see Jess, I see James, I see Zyder, Ix Sustra, Harday, Ika, Trades by Real Devil, Yogi, Lalit, Sartak, Emperor, Minhas, Draxus, Sutanya, Pashas, Shish. I love it. Solid Paul, Anthony, and
Sheesh.
Gent God. 20 in the building. Let's push it. I know we have a lot more. Here is the link.
Here we go. Yes, rookie numbers, guys.
I
Tell
see that
everybody.
a, I see that a lot more are watching than we have in our Kahoots. So let's go. Now is the time. Make sure it's all there. Download the app. Of course, if you have access, use your computer. There we go. Flowing in 24 in the building. We see you, Joe. Oh, there we go. True Hubley. And UID 168. UID 718. Zion, love it. So let us know where you are from. All the contestants, let us know. I feel like there is a heavy African presence in the building, and I love it. So for the Africans, let me just show you. Oh, one thing before the Kahoot, let's have a look at these Bybit announcements. So we have Web3 IDO rewards bash. Do not sleep on it. $30,000 prize pool. Snapshot period. June 26th. 2023, 10 a.m. UTC to June 29th, 2023, 10 a.m. UTC. 3 snapshots per day. Don't miss out. Okay, and of course, as most of you know, BitDAO to Mantle Bit to MNT token conversion and rebranding. And short, it was crazy to see the movement on Bit before delisting. Very interesting stuff going down. Let me know what your thoughts are. But on June 22nd, Bybit will support Mantle in facilitating the conversion of BitDAO. So, already happened. Bit to MNT. Please do come have a read. Let me quickly drop these links for you to check out these announcements. Nigeria, EMG, absolutely lovely. True Hubbly is from Mars. San Diego, California. India.
All right, US in the building.
Yeah. So don't stress. Hopefully you're going to get a president that is Bitcoin positive. That's what my hope is. So don't stress if you're in the US. Just use your dexes, use Apex and sit tight. All right. So I
There you
just
go.
wanted to show the Africans, look how beautiful our own African trading competition. So I won't spend too long on this. This is a global stream, but Africans, we are really being loved, and isn't it awesome? Okay. So come to the South African community or the African community. We'll give you the link to enter into our Fiesta trading competition and come join our South African team. Okay, so we are almost ready to go with Kahoot. We have 31 players. Very nice. Bangladesh, Nigeria, India, Indonesia. Awesome stuff. Okay, so I think it's time to go with the Kahoot. Please, in the chat, Emerald Oil, I saw your comment, and yes, welcome to the building. Please do hit me up. Let's chat. Come to the Bybit South Africa Telegram. Let's chat. Okay, Chukwu, Stephen, is everybody in? Please let me know if anybody's having trouble, and we will give you another minute. Otherwise, we're going to smash our last Kahoot. It's a bit sad, but don't worry, we will be back.
We will be back, guys. Don't fret.
No, I'm not in the Kahoot competition, but yes, I have joined the South African team for the African Trading Fiesta. That is my team, and Bitman is on my side, so you better watch out. Okay, so I think it's time to
That's pretty
go.
good. All right.
Indonesia, Nepal. No troubles. Let's go. Okay, time to rock. Welcome, welcome everybody. Don't stress if you are having signal troubles. Just keep using the link. I'll drop it one more time. We're good to go. Let's start. You can take the first question, Leonard.
All right. In three, two, one. All right. For the Web3 IDO Rewards Bash, what is the snapshot period and how many snapshots will there be? All right. And you have multiple answers: 6 snapshots, 3 snapshots, 6 and 3 with variable time frames. So, on your thinking caps, think back to what we just covered and slam that answer in as fast as possible. But think about it. Always deliberate, but move quickly.
10 seconds left, 26 answers in. Remember, get all your answers in 5 seconds, 5 seconds.
All right. And that is blue. 3 snapshots from June 26, 2023, 10 a.m. UTC to the 29th, 10 a.m. UCC. So 24-hour period. All right, let's see what we're looking like. All right, we got Zyder in the lead. It's hard. It is hard. It is so hard. Drax,
Yep.
Manuel, and Tradesbury. Good
Watch
job,
out for my
guys.
tricks. Watch out for my tricks. They're incoming. But Trades by Real already up there. Oh, it's so lovely to see this because this is serious competition right now, serious expertise. And remember, once you see the right answer, smash it, but make sure it's right. All right, so let's go. What is dollar bit converting to? What is dollar bit converting to? 24 seconds left. Dollar bit DAO to dollar mantle. Dollar bit to dollar MNT. Dollar bit to dollar MNTLE. Dollar bit DAO to dollar MNT. 10 seconds left. 27 answers in. I love how the cahoots are growing. All right, let's go. 3 seconds left. All right, there we have
All right.
most of us getting it correct. 18. 7 getting a little bit tricked and 4 getting a little bit tricked. Let's have a look how that affects the scoreboard. Trades by Real. I've got a feeling you're taking home a medal. I just know how honored you are at the moment. Sure, I mean, his TA, it's just like it's blowing my mind. Honestly, I think Nigeria is seriously up and coming when it comes to traders. We see it being represented. Manuel, beautiful,
Most
Draxus.
definitely.
I mean, if I'm not wrong, you're all from Nigeria. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're all from Nigeria. Congratulations, Nigeria. All right.
All right, question 3. All right, what is Three Arrow Capital's new VC name called? We talked about this at length. Basically, what are they going into? What's the change in their business model? 16 seconds. Oh, most of you guys already know this one apparently. 8 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And
There we go.
3AC Ventures. There we go. They are now exploring venture capital in an official way, whereas they just dabbled in it before. All right, so let's see how you guys did. That was a pretty gimme.
There might have been a slight issue there, but
All
it's
right.
fine. Let's see. Jess coming up to number 4, entering the leaderboard. Look at that. Iker, highest answer streak of 3. Draxus for Trades by Real fighting for first. Only 100 points, less than 100 points between first and second. Beautiful. Let's go. Which is the first approved Bitcoin futures ETF? Which is the first approved Bitcoin futures ETF? 15 seconds left, 27 answers in. Let's go. BitX, BitC, BitO, or BTC Fund. So you really had to be paying attention for this one. Congratulations to the 15 of you that hit BitX. Well done, and what a game changer that would be. All right, so let me know in the chat how it's going. Is anybody struggling with signal or anything like that, or are we good? Oof, there's an absolute war going on here. Cider,
Top three is
only
holding
what?
strong, but yeah,
Sure,
it's
54
competitive,
points
guys.
above Trades by Real, then Manuel Yogi. Solid. All right, Jess, you're getting a run for your money this time.
All right, question 5. In which range is the current BTC price? If you have a pulse, people, come on. All right, where are we ranging right now? All right, and this is another. I see people are paying attention today. 15 seconds. All right, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, and we are ranging right now between 29 to 31. Quite solidly. Been there a couple days, so
Understandable.
nothing new.
Yeah, understandable. We were
Yeah, I
we
saw that
were
comment.
we tipped above 31, but we are currently under 31. So well done to those 20 who nailed it. Let's see. All right, Jess climbing. Stevie fourth, Yogi, Trades by Real, and Cider. Absolutely crushing it. Yes, so work on that internet if you can. Fiber is always the best
Yes.
option. All right, let's go. What is the symbol for Cardano? What is the symbol for Cardano? Dollar card, dollar carda, dollar ADA, or dollar dada?
I love these.
15 seconds left. 30 answers in. Most of you know what my baby is called. Bonus points for anyone who can tell me why it is called that. It's such a cool thing. Oh, look at that.
All right.
This just makes me happy. Christian Byrne in the building, our resident comedian. Please do check out his YouTube channel. It's absolutely awesome. All right, Zyder, can you give people a chance? You are crushing it.
Thanks, dude.
6
He's on
correct
fire,
in a
man.
row, and you're just smashing it. All right, Trades by Real Yogi, Stevie, and Jess coming back in there. Ada Lovelace. All right, so Jess legit deserves something for that because that is deep knowledge. Well done. That's awesome. Beautiful. Okay, let's go. What
All
is
right.
the symbol for Ripple? Oh, take it over
What's
there.
the symbol for Ripple, people? We've been in the news with this. If you've been trading, this is a standard ticker, kind of like ubiquitous Apple. Um, Tell me what you think. You already got 30 answers in, so I'm pretty much thinking y'all know what the deal is. But about 10 seconds left. All right, 5 seconds. And let's see how you guys did. All right, an overwhelming 31 of you guys know that XRP is, of course, Ripple. It really doesn't sound like it, but that's just what Ripple is, so you should know at this point. All right, let's see how it affected our standings.
Yeah, there must be a reason for that too, and I don't even know. Why is it called XRP?
I don't know either, dude. Like, what's that
Can
about?
anyone
Like,
tell us why is it called? Someone says RIP. All right, so it's either Trades by Real Yogi, Stevie, and Jess. It seems like these are the beans that have their thinking caps on. All right. Awesome. Let's go on to the 8th question. I hope everybody is managing. What does MA stand for? What does MA stand for? Look at those answers coming in. So this is basic trading knowledge. 30 answers coming in within 10 seconds. So next time we are coming back. We will be back with more streams, and next time I think we're gonna have a 20-second answers, because look at that. Most of us are on the ball these days. So be wary for that. Most of our answers came in. All right, missing average, moving ascent, movement averse, or moving average. one of you getting tricked, but or two of you getting tricked. Congratulations to the 29 of you. It stands for moving average. Too easy for Kilo. All right, so let's go on. Let's see what the leaderboard is looking like. Not changing much, although Anthony is back in the game with 3 in a row. Jess for Stevie fourth, Yogi in third, Trades by Real second, and Zyder taking the cake. Everything is easy for Mr. Kilo, Master Kilo. All right, so final. Oh, we're going on to question 9. Question 9.
Almost, almost. All right. We are now entering into the what era of web? Like, what is we're in web what? And this is a buzzword. Everything that's coming out right now has this attached to it. What is it? All right, got about 15 seconds left.
30 answers in. Get your answers in if you haven't answered. 5 seconds left.
All right. And of course, we are in the era of Web 3.0. I am like so curious about what Web 4.0 is going to look like. Guessing that's going to be like
Hey,
VR and
I
rocket
don't even
ships and
know
floating
what
cars.
everyone is so excited already for Web 4, but I mean, Web 3 has not begun yet. But if you haven't gone and opened up your Bybit Web 3 wallet, don't sleep on that. Web 69, maybe we'll have to wait a few thousand years or 100 years for that. All right, so 22 getting it correct. Well done. Are we ready for our final question of the art of trading, our first round of streams?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. And I mean, our leaderboard is just the same. Jess fifth, Stevie fourth, Yogi third, Trades by Real, and then Zyder. And it's very tight there up at the top. We got 40 points. And then there's a bit of a gap going. Awesome. So, final question. Let's smash it. Which two types of RSI does Jordan use? The regular RSI and the sarcastic RSI? The regular RSI and the slippery RSI? The regular RSI and majestic RSI? Or the regular RSI and the stochastic RSI? 30 answers in, 10 seconds left.
I have to not bust out laughing and react to these. But you got this, guys. 3 seconds.
32 answers in, nice. All right, so 3 getting tricked. I had to throw a trick in there. It is not the sarcastic RSI, it is the stochastic RSI. So for those button bashes, I'm sorry if you got caught, but that's how we do. All right, so let's see our final leaderboard.
All right, Yogi in third. Congratulations, Guy. With the silver, Trades by Real, and with the guild.
Of course,
Zyder.
Mr. Zyder.
Yeah, it was locked in the whole time, guys.
And we
Congratulations.
have
Paying attention.
Stevie
Oh,
and Jess. Absolutely awesome. So
exactly.
please do send us your UIDs. Those winners. And congratulations. I mean, I am so, so proud. Perhaps I will share with you in the communities the full list, if you want me to be that transparent, so we can see how the top 20 or how everyone did, the top 30. Absolutely awesome. So to end off our stream, let's quickly go back to our trades and see what's happening. Our AGLD trade is about to be stopped out, it looks like. Let's have a look. And remember, this is what you get yourself into if you enter into DGen trades. Especially, this is also nice to see what can happen on a 13x on a hot coin very, very quickly. And we can see that our stop loss is in a relatively good spot because we came up just before it and we did not hit it. So we might still come into this trade if we were really certain that we wanted to take the short here. 4 hour is looking nice. We could add to our trade now and of course bring our entry price up, but we're just going to be a little bit patient there. Our ADA trade from Valentine is looking like it's going to be a winner. So we're going to wait on this trade. Already no, $6 in profit. Let's see, our ROI is at 6%. So let's be patient. And this one we can just hold. We can just hold. Let's have a look. Our BTC trade almost came up. Almost came up to our stop loss in profit. Let's see. Is this the lower high? Very exciting. So it's all about the learning. The GPT we did enter a little bit after, so we'll have to be a bit patient here. But this is why we entered DGen trades, so that we can learn. All right, so I will keep you updated on these trades. Let's be patient. Let's watch them. And please let us know your feedback. Have you enjoyed Art of Trading? Would you like to see more? And how can we improve? All right, thank you, fam. Trades by Real, well done. Awesome stream, Draxus, lovely. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the Discord. Absolutely awesome to have you all here. I'm a little bit sad that we'll have a break for a few weeks, but that's what has to
Me too,
happen.
dude.
We are only going to evolve.
But we're coming back.
We're coming back, so stay tuned. And yeah, let me say thank you to everybody for being here. It's been absolutely awesome. And please remember, always play from a position of power and strength. Use a stop loss and do not get wrecked. I will see you all in the communities. Please come and join. Absolutely awesome.
And thanks for turning out, guys. This has been absolutely lovely. Again, don't fret, we're going to be back, but we really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you missed anything, it's always great for the rewatch. You won't be able to participate in the Kahoot real-time thing, but the knowledge is still solid. Love you guys. See you guys as soon as we possibly can. And you guys have a wonderful day. You've been an amazing audience.
Thanks again, and goodbye, everybody.